Hello everyone, I'm Lawrence Pay, and this is my video for the I am therefore video assignment for COMM 113 at Ohlone College. And my statement is, I am a competitor, so I must be aggressive, looking to outdo others, or just be a bad influence. And for me, based on this phrase, I came up with it after thinking about it much, because for a lot of the activities that I partook in since I was a child, taekwondo or baseball or even chess or anything else, and it has been a competition based event, and I thrived under the circumstances of that, knowing what I had to do and knowing that it was a one-on-one thing. As for the phrase, I would say that when I was younger, I would agree with the part about being aggressive, and now I wouldn't agree with any part of that statement, just because when I was younger, it was definitely more athletic based, and especially in taekwondo, where it is more of a contact sport, in which case aggression could be favorable just to be able to have that extra gear to kick into in sparring. And now I wouldn't think of myself as aggressive, just because with more experience in any form of competition, you develop a switch knowing when to be ready to do your part and also who you are outside of that. And I think that just makes you better functioning rather than aggressive. In addition, in my time doing any event, I didn't strive to outdo others. I measured my own hard work as a way to improve who I am, not so much to compare myself to others. And especially in some team-based competitions, such as a group sparring or baseball, which is a team game, you aren't looking to outdo your teammates in practice. You're looking to build one another up as a way to achieve more than you otherwise would if the person was missing. Based on that statement and the concept of trying to build those around you up, I would believe that that's a good influence rather than a bad one. And the increase in knowledge that you pass down when you're teaching something you know to younger kids, that is a positive. Having the experience of going through all that and being able to piece together for someone else what they could improve upon is also a positive. So that would skew to the side of being a positive influence rather than a negative one. The reflected appraisal theory, which is the way we based on ourselves based on the perception of others, is definitely applicable in part of my statement, simply because of the fact that if the perception is that you're aggressive or you're looking to outdo others or you're not a great influence, then usually in any form of a social competition, whether that just be a board game or something, you're trying to temper yourself down to be a normal or a even keel, so that people don't have to think about, dude, it's just a game, and they could believe that you're taking it easy when there's a part of you that wants to really win at what you're doing. I think for the most part, my behaviors reject this assertion or label, just because if you're around me in the competition, you would know that aggressive in that situation could be positive, and it's tempered to a point where it isn't negative in any way. And again, there's no point in outdoing others. The only control you have is on how you do and how you carry yourself. And as such, that doesn't make you a bad influence, especially if you pass down what you know and you try to trade and improve based on one another. I think that it doesn't really impact my relationship with others, just because those around me know who I am. The way that I interact with them, it serves as a good measuring point as compared to basing a perception off of someone they don't know, especially since this part of me wouldn't be exposed on a everyday thing. You have to know me and then by then the label doesn't hold true because you already know who I am and what I'm about. I clearly don't agree with this label, but it's also a catch-22 situation, just because if you're actively going out and saying I'm not this and I'm not that, the problem is people would think that you're going too hard to say you're not this, and if you really aren't, you don't have to really say it. And if you don't do anything about it, the perception might still hold true, kind of like a catch-22 situation. And so I think the best way to go against this label would be to consistently carry myself in a way that is presentable and a way that I would want to be around. And as such, that label would just fade away and disappear, hopefully. Anyways, that is the presentation. Signing out.